Hi Jay.
Hello, Dorcas.
What about those who say that the Trinity is not biblical? How do we answer them? Those who attack the Trinity.
Yeah,
We have Christians who also do not believe in it.
okay.
How do we answer them? How do we go about that?
Okay. In John 14:28, Jesus says, "The Father is greater than I." So people say, well, he can't be God because he says, "Father is greater than I." But you have to understand that Jesus has come in his humiliation as a human being, and in his humiliation as a servant, he's saying, "The Father is greater than I." But in eternity, he's on the same par as the Father. In Mark 10:18, Jesus he's asked by the young ruler about how you get saved, and calls Jesus good, and Jesus says none is good but God, and people say, well, he's saying that he's not God there. No, because if you read Mark 10:33, he says the Son of Man, and the Son of Man is a divine title.
Mm.
um, in Mark chapter, so if we go to, so the other verse is 1 John 5:7, where it says the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, these three are one. Some people say that verse is not in the Bible, but if you read Jerome, if you read the council in about 800, you read the notes of Bible scholars like John Calvin and other scholars, they were aware that there were ancient manuscripts that add this in. So the arguments that are brought up against this 1 John 5:7, saying that there are more manuscripts with it out and there's only a few with it in, it is not really solid scholarship, because we don't really have a lot of manuscripts, actually about 500 on 1 John. And what we see in the manuscripts of 1 John is a lot of them have been corrupted. So what we see is that the tradition has been preserved by people like the Gnostics, who tried to corrupt this letter because it was so important against them. And then finally, some people say, well, Jesus didn't know the hour. Again, when the Father would come, when he would come back. Again, he's talking as a servant. He's 100% God, he's 100% man, but he's come down as a servant. And as a servant, he's subservient to the Father till he fulfills his mission. And that's what he's on about there.
Amen. Thank you, Pastor J.
Thank you.